What's up, guys? Got a cool build to show off. This is going out to my buddy Tommy, the first watch for the wife on Valentine's Day. So what we've got is we've got a custom lasered dial that we went back and painted. Did a little bit of hand painting there on top. I'm going to get the microfiber out now because with this being a polished watch, every time you touch it, you get your little fingerprints on there. So I obviously saw that right away. I turned it this way. So custom Ladybug watch. We've got a polished case, polished smooth bezel on there, exhibition case back in the back with a little protectee on there, which can just be pulled off. They just are shipped that way. It's one of the classier crowns that's has the little mill mark going around there and a little lip on there. And then I put this on a Milanese band, just a set of silver hands with a red seconds hand on there. And that is the build. So with this build, the bezel on this will spin, but that won't really matter to you because there's no notations or markings on it. So you can put just a reference to that. If it would have that, then you would see, oh, okay, I can twist the bezel left and right. It's an automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit so that that mixed with the movement of the rotor in the back, which keeps your watch wound, so you don't lose time. So how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. You'll see a little bit of play. You know you're off those threads. At that point you can wind, and a wind is a turn away from you. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, you'll keep time throughout the day because it'll just be mixed with that rotor movement. And if you do it for something closer to 15 seconds, you're going to max out your 31 plus hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. You can wind it all day if you like. When you're happy with your winding, you will pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got a lot more play there. This is a wobble crown. It deflects lateral pressure from going into that stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you are not putting any adverse pressure on the movement. So if you just pull it a little straight, you won't even really notice that. But if you do something, it's going to roll. Okay, Google, what time is it? 3:09 p.m. When you're good, push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. So with this Milanese band, this is adjustable. So once you set it, you will not have to deal with it ever again. So how you do that is on this piece right here. You see where that little arrow is pointing up? Let's see if it'll focus on that. It is that little arrow right there. And I brought over a screwdriver. You will stick this down in there and then lift it up. So when you do that, now there's no pressure holding it down, and you can slide it back and forth to figure out what tightness you want. When you're good with that, you'll take this piece and you will bend it back down in, right? So when you put your watch on, you've got a set, if you look at this from the side, you've got a set of hooks right here and then a fold over clasp, okay? These hooks right here go into this bar at the bottom, okay? See, they're on there now. Now you fold this down, that holds, and then your fold over clasp locks. Okay, so once you set that height, you will always have that. So you will always have it set where you want it to be. So, like I said, back that off. You kind of grab this. I have to use a little bit of fingernail because see this little lip right here? It's fitting into there, and it kind of kind of bends itself until you get past that and kicks up. So it's on there nice and secure. But to grab it, you got to kind of give it a little bit of a pull. Then once you're off there, you just do a little lift up. That's it. But that is the build. So I hope she loves it. I appreciate you a ton, man, for reaching out to me and thinking of me. The wife and I will have our 22-year wedding anniversary this Valentine's Day. So it's a fun day for all. And good luck keeping this thing clean. I usually do a lot of brushed watches and bead blasted watches and stuff like that because they don't show up too much of anything. But with your with this being a reflective surface, when it reflects off the backside of the crown, it's showing everything on the end and the backside inside there. That's why you get the same look no matter where I spin it. So it's reflecting inside there. But that's the build. And with your build, you're going to get a couple things. You're going to get matching beads that the wife also made. So she painted the dial. She did the beads. This is going to come in a BVW Special Edition box. This will come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts of this watch as a whole, as well as the microfiber that I've been touching it with. And then you're also going to have some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon. It's basically like Polywatch. We just repackage it. It is for your acrylic glass. It's a plastic glass and you can scratch it. But if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it. Buff against it using a microfiber. So if the scratch is up and down, buff left and right, filling that scratch, and polish it. And wait 15 seconds. Check it out. You're basically going to haze it, and then you're going to wipe it off and make sure it's gone. If it's not gone, give it a little bit of time. Make sure everything solidifies, and then do it again. You're basically polishing that out, and you're kind of basically filling that scratch. Now, if you scratch the polish, there is Cape Cod cloths. They're on Amazon as well. They're like $15 for a 10 with Cape Cod cloths. They smell delightful. I don't have any, otherwise I'd give you one. But it's inside a package. It's kind of it's got the liquid kind of already mixed into it, and it's kind of like a scrubber pad, and it polishes. So you would use that on this. So if you ever get a gash in that, you can essentially kind of do the same thing. You're just kind of polishing it back out. So that is the build. I hope you guys love it. That's first time we've done a Ladybug dial, so I appreciate it, and it was a fun experience. The wife enjoyed painting it, so that's it, man. If you're thinking of a custom build, reach out to me and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, so I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.